Hello, I am Commissioner Emma Darnell. Welcome to Mighty Five Conversations. Conversations is a monthly information and communication program focusing on the sustainable community, economically strong, environmentally safe, with liberty and justice and opportunity for all. The topic of today's conversation is Fulton County's 2014 program for senior adults. What's going on? Thank you so much for joining us. I will be back in a moment. Joining me in the conversation today is Sarah Hilton, who is the Division Manager for the Office of Aging in the Fulton County Human Services Department. Welcome, Ms. Hilton.
Great to be here.
It's good to have you back with us after budget. We survived.
We did.
We are extremely interested today in sharing with the entire District 5 and Fulton County community the program for the Office of Aging and for senior adults throughout Fulton County who participate in the county's programs during the next year. Recently we held a town hall meeting in District 5, and we had more than 400 persons in attendance, 300 from our centers in District 5. But I believe their interest in issues are countywide. They weren't unique to District 5. Right. And at that particular time, of all the issues that they were interested in, and people don't know that seniors have interests beyond senior services, but one of their major interests had to do with this program in 2014. And some of the information that the department shared and that I shared based upon department information and the county manager shared really related to the status of seniors in Fulton County. And it occurred to me that not only are seniors and their families interested in the program, but I think they'd be interested in knowing not only what we plan, but why. So let's get to the what right now. Let's talk about the 2014 program, and we could talk about the multi-purpose centers and also the neighborhood centers.
Sure. And the Office of Aging provides a number of programs and services to support successful aging in the community. And the multi-purpose facilities serve as our focal point in terms of community programs and services and fellowship. So this year we are happy to report that we will continue to be able to provide those services to seniors, and that's everything from meals to Zumba to yoga to sculpture, all activities which are geared to help people connect with one another, improve their health and fitness, and also keep their mind active. Our neighborhood senior centers is also a focal point for the community members, and individuals are able to receive transportation to the centers and receive a variety of programs, health and fitness, congregate dining, as well as education opportunities. So those two centers are just two of the many programs and services that we offer within the Office of Aging.
How many multi-purpose centers do we operate, and where are they located?
Fulton County provides multi-purpose facilities throughout the county, and we have 4, all the way from North Fulton, which is our Dorothy C. Benson Multipurpose Complex. We have the Harriet G. Darnell facility, the Helene S. Mills Multipurpose Facility, and the H.J.C. Bowden Multipurpose Facility, all geographically located to respond to the needs of seniors.
I believe Bowden is located in East Point, the Harriet Darnell Center in southwest Atlanta, and Helene B. Mills in the downtown area.
Yes, that's correct.
Yes. Well, now let's talk about specifically some of those programs you mentioned, because I think they will be very instructive to folks who are interested in how their tax dollars are spent. Now, with respect to the program and the services provided at multipurpose centers, let's talk about the critical, the major services there. Let's talk about meals and transportation and so on. Those areas that seniors had the most interest in and understanding what adjustments, if any, would be made this year.
And this year, we have some adjustments that will be made in order to continue to provide the same level of service. And this year, we'll be introducing a membership fee for our multipurpose facilities, and also we will be increasing the meals. Breakfast will be increased by 50 cents, and lunch will be $1. However, participants will still be able to enjoy a great nutritious meal, fellowship with their friends, and enjoy all the benefits of the multipurpose facilities, which include everything from computer classes, life enrichment activities, crafts, trips, education opportunities, because we also provide a very comprehensive lifelong learning program for individuals to continue to learn about different things that apply to them, whether it's taxes to Black History Month.
I noticed that one of the most popular classes is really the fitness cluster. Tell us about that program and how the water therapy program fits into the needs, interests, and requests of seniors.
Fitness is definitely popular, and in our State of Seniors survey, we recognize that as the continuing emerging need of individuals wanting to maintain their physical health. We have everything from circuit training to yoga in terms of land fitness, as well as aerobics in the water. And Fulton County offers heated pools, and we are a certified arthritis site for joint movement in terms of the temperature of the water and the activities that we provide. So we have many seniors who come to utilize our pools to help with range of motion, also to help with their fitness goals.
I understand that some physicians actually refer specifically to our programs in terms of a program of treatment for patients. Is that correct?
That is correct, and I'm happy to see that physicians are pulling out the prescription pad and saying multi-purpose facility aquatics therapy.
They've been doing that for some time.
Yeah.
They've been doing that. Is there a connection at all between the multi-purpose center programs and this state of this survey that you conducted? When was it, 2 years ago?
Yes.
Tell us about that, Ms. Hilton, because we don't just pull these classes out of the sky, do we?
No, we don't. And we utilize in community engagement surveys to really understand the needs of our current seniors as well.
Yes, that's what I'd like for you to talk about a little bit. Yes.
What we found in our survey, specifically around meals, and that's one of the services we provide at our multipurpose facility, as well as to our in-home service clients, is that on average, 11% of seniors were having a challenging time to meet their basic nutrition needs. And at the multipurpose facilities, as well as neighborhood senior centers, adult day programs, we provide a comprehensive meal program for individuals to help meet those needs. And some of our outcomes that we evaluate on an annual basis look at how the services impact one's life. And what we're finding is that people are reporting that they're less hungry throughout the day, that they're more connected, and that their nutrition needs are being supplemented and supported by our programs.
At one point, as we were seeking to meet the needs of the clients that we serve in all of the areas, there was a recommendation that we might discontinue the breakfast meal. And in addition to a loud voice coming from clients, we heard some very clear messages from professionals in your department also, who gave us data that helped us to understand that that breakfast meal at these multi-purpose centers is not entirely a social enterprise. Is that correct?
That's correct. And those meals are supporting nutritional needs. People are saying they're less hungry throughout the day. They have meals that are provided for them, and they're low cost, affordable, and nutritionally balanced. So when we look at programming, it's a combination of what the community says their needs are, as well as looking at statistics and professional opinions. But most importantly, it's understanding how those services impact our seniors.
Yes, and I think that there's perhaps no other area except maybe transportation where the impact is any greater than with respect to the meals. You've used the phrase meeting nutritional needs. I'm gonna break that down a little bit. We have, based on your survey, your community survey, about 10 to 11% of our clients who have food insecurities. Is that correct?
That's correct. That's correct. And what that means is people are not able to get enough food to meet their needs throughout the day. So that means they're skipping meals. Sometimes we have grandparents raising grandchildren who are rationing their meals in order to provide for a child. So people are skipping and having to choose between prescription medication or some of their meals. So these nutrition services at Multipurpose, our home delivered meals, help to support individuals in terms of what they need in terms of nutrition on a daily basis.
We want to talk about that a little bit more when we come back, Ms. Hilton, so that folks have an opportunity to know the number of folks that are really affected by these services. Thank you very much for joining us. We'll be right back. Ms. Hilton, you had mentioned that what we offer at multi-purpose centers and neighborhood centers is based not only upon the needs and interests of clients, which are paramount, but also upon information that we have that lets us know what needs are, not just for one individual, but looking at the entire client base. I think it would be helpful if Fulton County residents who support this program so strongly have some information about the impact of this program. They know that with the thousands of seniors that we have in Fulton County, the county's program cannot begin to reach and affect the number of seniors and senior adults who would benefit from this program. They understand that. Mm-hmm. But I think that it will be helpful if citizens have some feel for the impact that these programs have on their friends and their neighbors and their families and their community. So I noticed that in your comprehensive report on this program, you included a lot of that data. And it occurred to me that not only are we interested as policymakers, but others may be interested too in knowing a little something about that impact. So tell us a little bit about that.
Sure. And not only do the outcomes speak to how important these services are in terms of the nutritional benefits, the quality of life, the reduction in isolation, but in terms of sheer numbers, we look at multipurpose, our 4 multipurpose facilities. We served over 190,000 meals in 2013.
190,000.
190,000. That's roughly 1,000 meals a day. Our neighborhood senior centers is the same amount. We serve roughly 1,000 individuals a day in terms of meals. When we look at our home delivered meals program,
yes, so important.
It's very important, and as you know, in terms of the reduction in food stamps and the cuts at the federal level.
Deep cuts. I'm glad you mentioned that, Ms. Hilton. It makes it even more important that we do what we do
Right, and
it's been difficult.
It's been difficult. We've seen increases since that November 2013 cut in terms of the request for support. But our home delivered meals program, we provide roughly 218,000 meals a year to individuals
Sick and shut in.
who it's hard for them to get to a grocery store. It's hard for them to prepare their own meals, and we provide home delivered meals to those individuals so they continue to receive the same level of support in terms of meals and being able to stay in their home. People talk a lot about aging in place, but it's really about successful aging in the community, and the home poses many challenges if there's support systems not in place. So Fulton County has responded to those needs to ensure that people are getting their physical, their emotional needs and social needs.
How do we do that?
And we do that through a number of services. Our transportation program, which helps people stay connected to their communities.
That's critical, isn't it?
It was the number one need.
Isolation is not good.
No. And isolation actually leads to a decline in functional health as well as a shorter life expectancy when people are isolated and are not connected to their community. So there's a lot of research now talking about aging better together. And what we try to do, it's not only
we know that works.
Right.
So many people tell us when my mother started coming to the center, her health improved. How many times have we heard that?
Over and over.
Yes. Go right ahead.
Over and over. So our numbers, our transportation, we provide over 260,000 trips for individuals to get to their doctors, dialysis appointments, to our centers, to grocery shopping. We found in the State of Seniors survey that roughly 70% of people did not have a grocery store within walking distance, which then further leads to food
insecurity. That food desert problem that we have. It's not just in the inner city either, is it?
No, that's correct.
Yes, it's in the suburban areas as well. Don't have access to fresh fruits and vegetables because they don't have transportation.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Go right ahead.
So transportation is a huge need. We also find our adult day programs for individuals who may have more support needs and need more supervised care. We find
that's a very important piece, isn't it?
Yes, it is, for the participant in order to stay engaged and connected, as we mentioned, as well as the caregiver in order to be able to, for them to allow them to maintain their personal and professional responsibilities.
Yes, this is not a medical program, but it is for that senior that has some physical and maybe slightly mental disabilities. I won't use disabilities. It's not a medical program, but it brings them into the center.
That's correct.
With everybody else, and they have the same programs as everybody else has, except adjusted for their physical condition.
Yes.
Yes. You mentioned transportation. I wanted to make sure that folks understood that the number of persons who participate in that transportation program. What is the relation we have, if any, with MARTA with respect to helping us deal with this problem of isolation of seniors, because we know there are thousands that are isolated right now.
And MARTA, we continue discussions in terms of just the sheer number of seniors that we're trying to provide service for, and for individuals who can access MARTA, we encourage them to use.
We kind of coordinate with them, don't we?
That's correct. In order to free up some of our resources for individuals who have a harder time to get transportation, and that's individuals who do not live on a bus line, do not live in a service area. There's people who have no transportation, no family, no friends, and we try to make sure that we're coordinating with MARTA as well as some of our other transportation vendors that we know about in order to get people to where they need to go and keep them connected in the community.
We often say to folks that our aging program, which we are very, very pleased to have the kind of support, first of all, from our clients and their families, but the program is known nationwide as one of the best. I think people need to know, though, about what the resources are that keep this program going. It was very, very difficult this year. How is this program supported? Who's paying for this program?
The local taxpayers are paying for this program. The majority of our funding, over $17 million, comes from Fulton County residents. And from the state and federal level, it's a smaller portion, roughly $3 million that, in terms of funding. So if we didn't have our Fulton County community, we wouldn't be able to provide the comprehensive program in which we provide to seniors and caregivers.
I just wanted to close on that note for today, to let everybody know that except for the taxpayers of this county, senior adults and those who are not senior adults, we would not be able to have a program that impacts the lives of so many people as this program does. So 2014 is going to be a year of continuing to address and respond to the needs of senior adults and their families. Would that be a good way to sum that up?
That's a great summary statement.
Well, we know that we didn't have time during this short period, Ms. Hilton, to get into all of the programs that you offer, but I do want to ask you to give us the information number, that Starline number, because we know so many seniors have told you and have told me they don't know. They didn't have the information. They don't know who to call and what agencies provide what services. In addition to the aging program, we have another program also that provides many services to seniors, and that is our Human Services Grants program. So I want you to, if we could, as we close out this segment, Ms. Hilton, give us that Starline number so that, and they'll put it on the screen and tell them what the Starline is, because seniors want information. As much as they enjoy the meals and transportation, it's information we want. It's information, because the more the technology, the more information you can gain from technology, the less we seem to receive. So give us that information in the remaining time.
Sure. For questions and comments about senior services and any information that's available for seniors, we have a Starline. It's a team of dedicated professionals, and that telephone number is 404-613-6000, and we'd be happy to hear your questions, concerns, point you in the right direction. And as you mentioned, we have grants in terms of legal aid assistance, benefits assistance, a variety of programs that are available that we can point seniors and their caregivers in the right direction.
Well, thank you so much for that information, Ms. Hilton. We're going to have those numbers on the screen, and we just want to encourage everybody to contact your department, contact the staff, Starline, and we'll be excited to answer all questions, because we know that in government, the bottom line, people. It's people. It's not projects. It's not programs. Thank you so much for all that you and your staff are doing, Ms. Hilton. And we'll have you back at the end of this quarter to let us know what new things are coming up in the programming. I find out folks interested in the programming, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
Yes. Thank you again, Ms. Hilton.
Thank you.
I'll be back in a moment with closing thoughts. We must be careful, the poet said, that we do not minimize the everyday lives of our fathers and mothers. End of quote. The evidence from professionals like Ms. Hilton and others confirms that there has been significant improvements in the lives of older Americans since the war on poverty ended. However, it is also very clear that in a recent survey over 1,000 Fulton seniors, 11%, as we've heard today, 11% of the people 65 years or older are struggling to make ends meet. High out-of-pocket medical expenses, high utility bills, rent, medicine, and other basic needs have kept many seniors living close to the poverty line. The 2014 program for senior adults at Fulton County is designed to be sure that we do not minimize the lives of these seniors. That's all the time that we have for today's conversation. Until next time, stay strong. To learn more about today's conversation, contact me at 404-612-8222. That's 404-612-8222. You can also email me at emma.darnell@fultoncountyga.gov. Visit us online at emmadarnell.com or connect with us on Facebook or Twitter.